This is Aaron Shower, host of the Omega Expedition, and in this episode I wanted to talk about something that haunts those who look for evidence of the paranormal and the supernatural, and that's hoaxes. I was talking to a friend and talking to him about watching the ghost shows that I like to watch, and the paranormal caught on camera that you see on Travel Channel, and just ghost adventures and ghost hunting, all those shows, the Bigfoot hunting, any of the shows. And he said to me, I could never believe any of this stuff because you can do anything with video now. That how could I possibly believe it? And that's kind of the point. When I talk about the stories being the most important part, it's because it's how those stories affected that person and how those stories changed their lives. When it comes to the evidence, unfortunately, and even those who do these ghost hunts will admit that you kind of have to be there in person, because getting a skeptic such as my friend to admit that a video was compelling is very difficult, because you can almost fake anything, especially with CGI. However, just for fun and for your entertainment, I decided to see if I could pull off some of my own hoaxes with just a few cheap items, and well, the results were comical. I don't know what's going on. I heard some weird stuff going on. That cabinet opened by itself, so I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. What was that? That was weird. That was weird. Still see the string. Not getting it right. Oh, we can do better than that. What's going on here? Ooh, man, there's a ghost. He has got that. He's gonna get some pasta in a cup. Weird noise in the kitchen. Like that cabinet. What was that? What was that? I'm not a great hoaxer. Let's try the same approach without the theatrics. Oh, nope, can't show the strings. Maybe a quick pull. No, I don't want to do that. All right, quick pull. Oh, I heard a sound, etc., etc. As I quickly pan, pull. Holy shit. Now I'm scared. That just wound up on the floor. And now I'm terrified of a poltergeist. Threw a noodle thing at my water. We're gonna go for a traditional, the cabinet opened on its own. I've adjusted the lighting. So, as is, you have to act as if you had a reason to be videotaping random shit in your house in the first place. Oh wow, I heard a sound coming from a kitchen. I don't remember leaving that open. And the poltergeist is going after my float. That was terrible. I got a little bit better. I should have cleaned up the kitchen a little more for this. I did a little bit. I got a better handle. I heard let's go from the top. I don't remember leaving that cabinet open. There's something going on in here. And that's crazy, man. They must be going after they got a sinus infection and low potassium. I'm not a hoaxer, so I'm not an expert at doing this. I'm just trying to figure it out as we go along. I think we got some cabinets to open, just as long as you don't see the strings. And there were some sounds in there that I know you could get rid of if you took a little more time and effort, and you could even get lighter string. And I think definitely pull the cabinets open. I triggered one of those with just walking into it. So I triggered it where both my hands were free, so you couldn't call that into question. And then the rest I just kind of did. But you can kind of hear the string pulling against the fulcrum. It wouldn't, or fulcrum, is that what you would hook it up to? The pulley? I don't know engineering. I'm just making this up as I go along. But let's make a book fly off the shelf. Now it's a little bit brighter in here. You can see my string there, but if I played it like a video, so normally I'd be doing ghost hunts at night, or filming this activity at night where you wouldn't necessarily have all this light coming in. But even using some jerky camera tricks, I could avoid the visibility of the line. So can we hoax a book flying off the shelf? Here we go. I can't. I heard something downstairs and I walked down the stairs and then I was just, what's going on in here, man? I don't know. I was upstairs asleep and I heard something, so I came down here to find out what was going on. Now, as a former professional videographer, I could tell you that you could easily hide the string. Now, I'm not an engineer and I don't anchor things, and you can anchor it in such a way that it didn't fly towards me because I'm the one pulling the string. But you could do it in such a way that A, you're completely distracted from seeing any type of string, or just get lighter string and use lighting effects so it's not as visible as my well-lit living area. I heard noises or something like that. The ghost is making it rain. No, I'm getting it. No, come on. To catch extra paranormal activity. Nope. I mean, books have been flying off shelves. Doors have been opening unexplained. I don't know what's going on in this house. It must be haunted. Cue the haunting. Cue it. Ghost. Doors are opening. I'm frightened. Stuff's been happening. Stuff's been flying off the shelf. That book flew off the shelf, and now I don't know what's going on. Oh, the ghost made it rain. And cue the theatrics. Something happens. There was a book that was flying off the shelf earlier, and oh, what's going on now? The ghost is making it rain. The ghost is making it rain as I keep the loud fan out of the picture, and the ghost is making it rain. Make it rain. You know, one little bit more powerful fan, and it would be that book was flying off the dollar bill. Oh, whoops. Don't look at that. Maybe you gotta have a little bit more than that. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. Get out them hundies. Good magician never reveals his secrets, but I'm not a good magician or even a hoaxer. See a few different ways that you could pull off some of these hoaxes that you see on TV that do nothing for the cause of the supernatural and paranormal, but only bring more skepticism to it. Magnets, strings, anything like that. Always ask myself, why were you using video in the first place? So even though I didn't pull those off in the best way possible, you could see where you could easily hoax a bunch of this stuff. Very cheap to get the equipment to pull off these hoaxes of mine. I was only about $6 until I was standing in line and saw this and thought, well, maybe I can get some stuff to fly around. Should have got a bigger fan. With some audio tweaking, some video tweaking, and some lighting tweaking, you could have made the strings more invisible. With springs and magnets, you could also do a lot, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money to prove a point that pretty much everybody gets. Fan out that gray. I know when I'm watching these shows or I'm gathering evidence myself that if I present it to anybody, they're going to have, there was an orb. You're going to have to believe me. And if you don't believe me and you don't have an open mind, then it doesn't matter what I capture on camera. The point of this show is to go to the point where maybe we can capture some stuff on camera or get some evidence or audio or something like that in which we eliminate some of these ways of questioning the authenticity of the evidence itself. And I know there are some expert ghost hunters and paranormal investigators who have a lot of ways of doing this, but I think you could even do better, especially with how cheap cameras are now and how cheap it is to do all this video and audio work. And we'll get to that later. But I'm done hoaxing for the day. I'm not very good at it. I could probably try better to hoax videos, but I don't want to put anything out there that people actually think is a paranormal video. No, those were absolutely hoaxes. They were clearly hoaxes. You saw the strings. For the Omega Expedition, I'll see you next time. This is Aaron Shower. We'll talk about everything from orbs. Maybe we'll do some EVP, some EMF. I've got an EMF reader. We'll do an unboxing. That's the thing. You can watch me unbox an item. Not sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors in any way. Aaron Shower for the Omega Expedition. Like us, subscribe, do that stuff, share, all that. It's fun, whatever you want to do. Have fun. Go enjoy your day.